Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm hitting you with the horizontal camera because I wanted you to see this amazing pennant right here, Christmas snowflake that was made by a friend of ours. And then this is a Christmas tree that's given to me by my friends a long time ago. And I have my little stage manager pig ornament right here. And, you know, it's my show. Look at this big old W right here. And then, oh, hi, kitty. This is Remy. And then this little bell set I've had since I was a kid. It's just so damn cute. Okay, so anyways. That was not a joke. That really happened. Okay, so the new moon in Sagittarius is going to be happening tonight. It actually, Mercury retrograde just ended with, less than an hour ago. And so now things are moving forward again. Things are finally like back on track. We've reassessed. We've gotten back into the groove. We've, we figured out what we're doing now at this juncture. So the new moon happens tonight at 12:20 a.m. So it's actually the morning of the 7th, 12:20 a.m. Going to sleep tonight and waking up tomorrow morning with that new moon vibes. All right, so a couple of things that are going on. So the new moon is when the sun and the moon, it's when the moon is dark and it's in its dark phase. It's the sun and the moon have come back to the same point. So the moon is dark. And basically this joining of this masculine, feminine, sun and moon, like the cycle, it brings the birth of the next month and kind of gives us this whole next cycle of energy that is in this Sagittarius energy. Which, like I just talked about, Jupiter in Sagittarius has to do with this thing of philosophy and religion, kind of the higher ideals and higher learning and foreign countries and boundaries and kind of having a more global perspective. So the new moon in Sagittarius, this is a good time to kind of set goals. Basically, what we have going on this month is there's not a lot of major transits. Venus is dipping back into Scorpio and Mercury is dipping back into Sagittarius, but for the most part, most of the planets are not changing that much. So everything this month is kind of like a slow, kind of a momentum building. And for me, it's kind of a little bit of a relief or a reprieve because it's this sense of like, we've gone through this really intense change over the last year of Jupiter in Scorpio. And so now it's like we're on the other side. Now we're at the new beginning. You know what I mean? We're not in the transformation anymore. We're not in the crazy like turmoil of it anymore. Now we're in the new phase. So this moon cycle from, today at 12:20 a.m. to about January 6th till the next new moon in Capricorn. This moon cycle is all about kind of having that bigger perspective of Sagittarius and making plans. And so also what's going on, it's conjunct Jupiter that has progressed into Sagittarius within the last month or so. It'll be in the same kind of place in the sky. So it's kind of supercharged with this Jupiter energy. So again, it's a kind of this month is kind of a microcosm of the next kind of year in general. What is the target? You know what I mean? Sagittarius is the archer. So they like to have kind of targets from far away that they can kind of like, you know what I mean? But they like to have a target already set out. So when they go and shoot, it's just it's just hitting the target rather than, oh, what should I do next? Or what should I do now? Or, all this type of stuff. So right now is a perfect time to kind of plan what the energy that we're in now, this new energy, what it's going to do for us over this next year or so. What else? Oh, because it's conjunct with Jupiter there, I wrote new phone, who this? You know what I mean? Like we're in a new phase, we're in a new place. So it's time to basically start making new choices. We're going to want to maybe keep doing the same stuff over and over again. But if we're in a new place, we have to adjust to the new given circumstances, right? So now we have to change what our course and what our trajectory is. So with this energy kind of blowing this stuff up, there's going to be a lot of options, lots of this, lots of that. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do there? There's plenty of targets. Now, what are we going to start aiming at? You know what I mean? So this kind of momentum building over the month is going to be good because Mars is conjunct, actually right now it's at 13 degrees of Pisces conjunct Neptune, which Mars in any kind of water sign like Pisces it's a fiery planet. It wants to get up and go. It wants to make stuff happen. So it's already in a watery planet or in a watery sign of Pisces. So it's kind of mellowed out. But then it's right there in that same place as Neptune. So it's kind of like, you know, it's trying to chug along. But then it's like running in a dream. You know what I mean? Am I really running that fast? Like, oh my gosh, you know, it's that kind of, it just slows everything down and gives it this kind of dreamy, detached quality. So there's kind of this thing about this whole month in general is going to have this dreamy, you know, it seems like we're trying to get some stuff done, but it's like moving through molasses, moving through a dream. You know, is it real? It's going to seem very surreal, all this kind of thing. So it's good that all these energies are kind of building momentum. This is not like a go time. This is not a get up and go. This is definitely a time where we're kind of like coming back into the tempo, if that makes sense. Yeah, motivation is question marks. That's what I wrote down. Good cycle to make targets and build momentum, and because we're in that post-transformation. I already said that. Ooh, I'm doing good without my notes. Ooh. All right, so the other thing that's going on with this new moon right now is we have a grand water trine that is kicked off by Mercury retrograde at 27 degrees going direct in Scorpio. Then we also have Chiron, which is the wounded healer. It's the place where we have a wound or a lack, or, you know, we're missing a piece of ourselves. But then as we grow and we learn, we become medicine for other people in that way. So there's a lot of healing in this Pisces area, 27 degrees of Pisces, which has to do with the subconscious and the dream state and kind of our collective consciousness, as it were. So there's this healing kind of in the subconscious and in the collective consciousness, along with this moving on of the communication through, you know, through couples and through close bonded relationships. There's maybe been some arguments or some heated, but now we're going to go into this healing phase and things are going to start clicking forward again. And then also with this North Node in Cancer at 27 degrees, completing this grand water trine, which basically, you know, just, and it's all, you know, at 27 degrees of the water sign. So if you have anything in your chart, 27 degrees of these water signs, it's going to be kind of kicked off into this kind of vibey, emotional, feely intuition, kind of like almost psychic, feeling other people's feels kind of a thing. And this whole next month in general, like our emotions are going to have a lot of force. So whatever we're feeling, we're going to be bringing out into the world around us. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a metaphor. It's going to be like, if I'm feeling, you know, it's that Harry Potter movie that just came out with the kid that turns into the crazy monster. He really feels this crazy stuff and then he turns, you know, he really destroys this stuff. It's like that. Like your emotions will have this force. So it's good to be in touch with what your emotions are. Allow yourself to feel these feelings, because this next month is it's all just so watery. It's just very vibey and emotional. There's a lot of healing that has to go on over this next month. And so it's a good time to kind of take stock and kind of feel it out, vibe it out, and kind of make a plan for what's going on over this next year. The full moon completing, kind of culminating this moon cycle, starting this new moon in Sagittarius, culminating with the full moon in Cancer on December 22nd is the full moon. And then it'll be waning until the next new moon. So this whole kind of month is a good time. You know, there's a lot of water, a lot of Cancer energy. Cancer loves to be at home, loves to be surrounded by loved ones. So it's a good time to, you know, have a Christmas party, or, you know, you could be non-denominational. It could be whatever you want. It could be a Festivus, you know, whatever it is that you celebrate. Bring your people around you and enjoy it, because that is what is up this month. Peace.